Well, good evening out there, jammers, and welcome to the final frontier. No, just kidding. This is Jams and Cocktails. I am your host, Brad Brock, and I'm joined here in the legendary JNC Lounge by the enchanting Ms. Jordyn Taylor.
Hello, Earthlings.
Nice. Tonight on the show, you guys, we are going to talk about celebrities going into space. Yes, this is the world that we're living in. We all heard the fuss over Katy Perry going into orbit earlier this week.
Who's that?
Yeah, I know. Some of you out there may be asking. Some of you out there may be asking, who cares? I got both of those comments on my Facebook post earlier this week. But yes. We got a list of celebrities that have gone or are on a list to go into space. Plus, we'll discuss the praise and the criticism that's been swirling around these particular space flights. And I'd love to hear your opinions as well in the chat. So feel free to drop it in anytime during the show. Of course, in the second half of the show, we've got interactive round of Name That Tune to play with all of you. Captain Cocktails Bargetory, the Jordy Files, and your Midweek Motivation. It's a good one this week. I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in live with us tonight on YouTube, Facebook, and Shore Live Radio. And thanks to those of you catching the show later on your favorite podcast platform like Spotify and iHeartRadio. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. And a great big special thanks to Jaybird for being our
Jams and Cocktails will return in a moment.
This is what I meant to do, Jaybird. Thanks to Jaybird for being our April Keg sponsor. Thank you so much for that. I am partaking in that keg as we speak. Tonight we are watching the chats and the comments. And the JNC text line is open at 321-345-6658 if you want to slide into our DMs there. So either way, drop us a line and join our conversation this evening because it is a discussion. In the meantime, I think we should launch this show into orbit, Jordyn, with our cocktail of the week. Here we go. This week's cocktail is out of this world, literally. Inspired by one of the most iconic space ballads of all time, we're calling this one the Major Tom Collins. It's the classic gin refresher we all know and love, now suited up for a zero-gravity adventure. Just like Bowie's Major Tom, this cocktail floats somewhere between earthbound tradition and cosmic cool. Sip it while watching stars, or just staring into space after round 2. Let's head over to the JNC bar to see how it's made. Whoa! All right, jammers. I'm in zero gravity, and we're making our Major Tom Collins. Here's how we're going to do it. In a shaker filled with ice, we're going to start with 1 ounce of your favorite gin. Then add an ounce of lemon juice. Fresh is best, but if you got the bottle stuff, that works just fine too. Then we're going to put in half an ounce of simple syrup for that sweet. Then we're going to shake it all up like a rocket ship about to take off. Woo! Then in a Collins glass filled with ice, you're going to strain what you got in the shaker over fresh ice. And then you'll top it off with some club soda. And Jordyn drank all my cans, so we had to make some in the soda stream. Fresh club soda. That fizz. Then if you desire, you can give it just a little stir. And the traditional garnish is a lemon wedge or lemon wheel and some maraschino cherries. I ain't got that. So that's the Major Tom Collins. It says ground control to Major Brad. I'm heading to the lounge. There you have it. That's how you make it. And it was a pretty straightforward, very basic cocktail of the week segment, don't you think, Jordyn?
I'm ashamed of you.
Well, we have them here. These are our Major Tom Collins.
It better be good with this homemade club soda, because someone drank all of yours.
Yeah, somebody sure did. Here we are. Cheers, Jordyn. It's so good. It's such a refreshing drink.
Refreshing.
Yeah, I thought that would be one that you'd like.
Yeah. Your videos are wild.
Everybody loving them? Everybody love it out there? I noticed somebody said that I got a second use out of that costume after all. And I sure did. I'm going to give you a break on the aircon here, Jordyn.
Oh, thank God.
No, it's not working.
Do I need to hit something?
No.
Oh.
I thought that this would work.
That's upsetting.
It's the top left button. You can press that. That'll turn it off. It'll get nice and warm in here.
Thank God I'm freezing to death.
I could just hear it in the headphones, though.
Well,
all right.
Yeah, you have it on a level of 1,000.
It's true. Join us each week for our cocktail or shot of the week by visiting us at jncpodcast.com to see what we're planning. And then tune in on Wednesday nights to have a drink with us. We love that. Now, are you guys ready to strap in and prepare for liftoff? Are you, Jordyn?
Boy, are we ever. Can I wear the suit?
Yeah, you want to go suit up in the flight suit?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's right, because tonight we're talking about Hollywood in orbit. That's right. Celebrities are no longer content with just red carpets and private islands.
And walking on Earth.
No. Now they want private rockets. From Katy Perry's recent ride on Blue Origin to William Shatner finally fulfilling Captain Kirk's destiny. Well, the stars are literally chasing the stars. That's right. We're going to take a look at some of the big names who have already been to space, the ones who are booked and ready for blastoff, and a few who might just be hoping their next, hoping.
Hoping.
I don't know why I'm reading that wrong. Because it kind of looks like hopping, but I know that there's two P's in hopping. Anyway, well, I'll cut that. I'll fix that in post. A few of these celebrities might be hoping their next album or movie premieres are on the moon. But of course, with great space flight comes great debate. Some people are cheering these missions as a bold new era of exploration and inspiration. Others say it's all just billion-dollar joyrides, while the rest of us are stuck in the couch here on Earth. So tonight, we'll lay it all out. The names, the missions, the madness, and then we'll weigh in. Is this the future of space travel or just another cosmic flex from the rich and famous? Whatever the case, one thing's for sure, celebrity space travel. God, I feel like I'm Jordyn right now. Amazing.
Do you need your glasses?
Maybe. I was really trying to pull off these glasses, but I can't see a damn thing. I might have to zoom in a little more on there.
Yeah, you're reading like
Oh,
me.
God, yeah, that's better. That's better. Let's go
Wow.
one more. Whatever the case, one thing's for sure, celebrity space travel is no longer science fiction. It's Hollywood's latest reboot with a galactic budget. So let's get into it, shall we? Dun 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 dun.
Did you make this, Brad?
All right, friends.
And that's why Derek and Ellie are not here.
Yeah, because we left their asses on the ground.
No, they're in space still.
Oh, they're still in space.
They were in the rocket ship, Brad.
Oh. Well, you see, Jordyn and I are inside the space station.
Oh, we're in the space station.
Yeah, we're in the space station. And we're going to go through some of these celebrities. What do you say we get started, shall we? Are you ready for this, Jordyn?
Am I ever?
Not gonna lie, guys. I think I'm gonna have to switch glasses. Not a lot of read. I didn't realize how much reading I had to do tonight. Oh dear God, that's just
Wow.
That's just
I
amazing.
can read your writing from over here, Brad.
Well, that's great for you. If I was over there, I probably could read it.
Oh, that's true.
It's too close. All right, you guys. I guess we'll kick it off here with the most recent flight and probably the most talked about of recent times here. And of course, we're talking about Katy Perry. So Katy Perry, April 2025, just this past Monday, she officially added Space Traveler to her resume when she launched aboard Blue Origin's NS-31 mission. It was the first all-female crew since 1963, if you could believe that. Even the performer, Katy reportedly sang, "What a Wonderful World" while floating in zero gravity. With a track like E.T. in her discography, maybe she was just manifesting this trip all along. Space. It's hot and cold, just like her lyrics. Katy Perry. She even brought up a little daisy, which she's holding up there to honor her daughter Daisy. I think that's cute. Well, some people have some choice things to say about her. We'll get into that in just a little while. Here's one taking it back just a little bit. Former NFL champ and Good Morning America host Michael Strahan took to the skies aboard Blue Origin's NS-19 mission back in December 2021, Jordyn.
You don't say.
Yeah. Known for his big smile and bigger energy, Strahan brought a piece of his Super Bowl ring along with him. A piece of it? And became the first American pro athlete to fly in space. After the flight, he described Earth as having no boundaries. A poetic take from a guy who used to tackle within 100-yard lines. Do you remember when he went up there, Jordyn?
I don't.
It was probably before you were born.
I was probably in my I'm gonna die era then, so I don't think I knew a lot of what was going on.
That's
or what
fair.
what was it called? Anyway, whatever. Not important.
Your existential crisis.
That's the one I was trying to think of. Yeah. I've repressed even that term. Yeah.
Oh.
It was probably around then.
Steve's, I'm assuming you're talking about Katy Perry and not Michael Strahan, who said the first double D's in space. Possibly. This one was a personal, it was an emotional one for me. I thought it was super cool. But of course, how could you forget the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Kirk himself, William Shatner. That's right. Captain Kirk finally went where no real man had gone before. In 2021, at the age of 90, William Shatner launched aboard Blue Origin's NS-18 flight, becoming the oldest human to travel to space. His post-flight reaction was emotional and profound, reflecting on life and mortality. It was the kind of existential moment you'd expect from someone who's spent decades pretending to explore the cosmos.
You mean he never really went to space in Star Trek? I am appalled.
Okay. Jordyn.
I remember that one though.
Yeah, that was a pretty important one.
Only because you cried about it as well. I mean, no, you were just happy.
Yeah.
You had stuff in your eyes.
Yeah, it was just stuff. Stuff in my eyes.
Yeah.
Dr. Taz over on YouTube.
Oh, yes, he said the same thing.
Yeah, he said, pretending, how dare you? I know.
Dare.
I know. He actually, I think he wrote about it in his book. Yeah, he was really, it really moved him in a certain kind of way. I don't know if he actually enjoyed it. I think he was like, he's like, Earth is, I think, and I'm paraphrasing, of course, but I'm pretty sure he said, Earth is life and space is death. He said he looked out the window and he saw down on the little ball, all of life, and he looked out into space and saw nothing but darkness and death. And I was like, that's pretty profound.
Yeah.
From Captain Kirk.
Especially for a 94-year-old.
Yeah, he was only 90 at the time. Young buck.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Next up on our list, also flying aboard the NS-31 mission, was Gayle King. Journalist Gayle King. She made headlines this week as part of the historic all-women Blue Origin NS-31 mission. As a veteran journalist, she described the experience as, quote, better than childbirth and emotionally overwhelming. At 69, Gayle proved that age and morning show obligations are no barrier to chasing wonder beyond the stratosphere. I think that's pretty cool. That's Oprah Winfrey's best friend, right?
Aw,
yeah.
Ain't that cute?
Yeah, and Oprah, I think, was down in the desert there, waiting for her to come back down.
That was nice of her.
Yeah. Orlando Bloom was out there, too.
That was nice of him.
We'll talk a little bit more about Gayle, too, because she had some other things to say as well. This one is interesting, and Steve, if you're out there, Steve DeBruce tuning in, you'll get a kick out of this one. This is not so recent, but long before the celebrity space race, Mae Jemison broke the mold. In 1992, she became the first black woman to travel to space aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour. A physician, engineer, and Star Trek fan who later guest starred on The Next Generation. Isn't that fun? Mae remains a pioneer in every sense. And a fun fact is she's still the only real astronaut to appear in a Star Trek episode. How fun is that?
Oh, interesting.
Pretty cool, right?
And wasn't that her with Jordy?
And that was her with Jordy.
Not this Jordy, but the other Jordy.
Yeah, other Jordy.
Oh, that's cute.
Right? Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, she's the only real one here.
Right.
Real MVP.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think she deserved to be put on this list because she was an astronaut and then was a celebrity on Star Trek. So, very cool. And those are the stars that we picked on this list that have actually gone into space. Next on the list is stars that have yet to go or were like ready, right on the cusp of going, and then backed out for one reason or another. The first one here is Sarah Brightman. Sarah Brightman, of course, she's an operatic pop sensation. Do you remember her? Do you know her, Jordyn?
No, I don't.
So Sarah Brightman, she was she made her debut in Cats. You don't know the Broadway musical Cats?
I don't.
She also originated Christine in Phantom of the Opera. She was the first Christine. And she was actually married to Andrew Lloyd Webber for a hot minute there.
Oh.
Yep, operatic pop sensation Sarah Brightman had serious plans to head to the International Space Station in 2015 with space adventures. She was training in Russia and even learning Russian for the journey. However, she ultimately postponed the trip due to quote-unquote family reasons. Still, she paid over. Can you guess, Jordyn? You want to give a little guess how much she paid for her ticket?
$1.5 million.
Oh man, you're so close. Just off by literally $50 million. $52 million she paid for the ticket.
Good God.
And remains one of the most committed non-astronauts to have ever trained for orbit. So when she sings "Time to Say Goodbye," maybe she means to Earth. Yeah, what do you gotta do?
Is that how much they all had to pay?
That's how much she paid. I think it might be the only one here that. But that was a trip. That was a trip all the way out into space to the International Space Station. So most of these people were just paying for that little 11, 15-minute ride.
What does that cost?
I don't know.
$11 million?
Possibly. Next on our list DiCaprio, he didn't just book a seat on Virgin Galactic. He auctioned one off to benefit his environmental foundation, raising $1.5 million. So maybe that's a little bit more reasonable for space travel, Jordyn. I don't know. While he hasn't made the trip yet, he's had his name on the list since 2013.
Oh.
Yeah, whether he ends up in space or not, Leo is no stranger to global and cosmic issues, having starred in Don't Look Up, Titanic, and, enough apocalyptic movies to prepare for re-entry, I'm sure. Next on our list, dear, sweet, little baby Justin Bieber. That's right, the Biebs secured his spot on Virgin Galactic way back in 2013 as well, joining the early wave of celebrity space tourism fans. And at the time, he said he even wanted to film a music video in space. While the launch hasn't happened yet, and let's be honest, if anyone's going to make the first zero-gravity TikTok dance, it'll probably be Justin Bieber, won't it?
Yes.
Now, this was a crazy one because he was on the cusp. This next celebrity, he was on the cusp. And in true Pete Davidson fashion, he was slated to fly aboard Blue Origin's NS-20 flight back in March of 2022, but pulled out due to scheduling conflicts. Because of course he did. Still, he wouldn't have been the first SNL alum to launch into orbit. Or he would have been the first SNL alum to launch into orbit. Whether it was nerves, timing, or just got a better gig here on Earth, Pete's name is now forever part of space comedy lore.
So if you can't go, do you get put back on the list? Or do you go to the bottom of the list?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's like, do you lose your spot? I guess so, because he would have probably gone on the next one after that if they put you just back.
Which leads me to believe that maybe he just was like, no, I don't think this is for me.
And when you sign up, do you have to put a deposit down? Or like, how does that work? I have so many questions.
Dude, I don't know.
I need to talk to Jeffrey Bezos.
Yeah, I think we need to...
Can you get him on the show?
Maybe on the website, there's a sign-up sheet.
There's probably a Q&A
you
section.
You put your, $500,000 deposit down.
Yeah. I'm interested about the sign-up here.
In the last one on the list, before we get into our discussion here, is sweet Riri. That's right, Rihanna. Rihanna?
She can't go now. She got too many babies.
It's interesting you say that. Riri reportedly booked her ticket to space via Virgin Galactic back in 2013 as well, right alongside Leo DiCaprio. She's expressed a lifelong fascination with UFOs in space. While she hasn't blasted off yet, the vibe is very much soon come. If Rihanna does go, we just hope someone straps a GoPro to her forehead. We deserve a cosmic version of Fenty Beauty in 0G. Yeah. I didn't say anything about her backing out because of her family, but she does have a lot of kids now, so. Yeah. So there you have it.
So it seems like 2013 was the year to sign up, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. So I guess we can have a little riff session here. The stars are going to space, but not everybody is cheering them on. From high-flying praise to savage, meme-worthy takedowns, let's break down the public reaction to celebrity space tourism, and especially this week's all-female Blue Origin mission. So, why are people into it? Let's talk about the positives, Jordyn. We could probably dip out of this very ethereal music here. So let's talk about it. So this was the first all-female space flight since 1963's Valentina Tereshkova. Forgive me.
Anna Kournikova.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. It's seen as empowering, especially for Girls and women in STEM. If you don't know what that means, like I didn't earlier, it's a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And this quote from Gayle King. She said that anybody that's criticizing it really doesn't understand what's happening here. I guess that's fair, you know. Another thing positive is it advances space tourism. These flights show that commercial space travel is viable, if still in its early stages, of course. It helps normalize space flights as something real people, albeit wealthy people, can do. We also have some personal growth and achievement. Gayle King called it better than childbirth, as we said. Katy Perry reportedly saying, "What a wonderful world." Corny, but also kind of magical. Or a little daisy. Media visibility and outreach. You know, of course, big names equal big attention. And that attention may inspire kids, spark curiosity, and keep the space conversation going, which I think personally is important. And diversity in fields. The flight included a civil rights activist, an aerospace engineer, and a Vietnamese American woman, all telling very different stories. So, I guess I'll put this question to you, Jordyn. Did any part of this mission feel meaningful or inspiring to you personally, or was it overshadowed by the headlines and all the yuck out there?
I'm going to be real honest, Brad. I don't really know too much about a lot of it. I don't follow it as close as you.
I mean, it's on. Well, I know that you don't watch the news very often.
Yeah, and I really don't go on the interwebs like that to learn the things.
But surely it had to be on TikTok in some way.
More just a lot of videos of Katy Perry crying. So many videos of her crying on interviews. That was really about all I saw. There wasn't a lot. I haven't really been on the TikTok either. I'm a busy working woman now.
Well, I guess that's fair. Okay.
Well, what was your question? I guess I can hypothetically pretend to answer it.
Well,
honestly.
Did any part of it feel meaningful or inspiring to you personally?
I mean, I guess. Even though it's something we'll never get to do. So, I mean.
Well, I'm sure that they said that at some point.
Oh, okay. But, I mean, I guess. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It's nice to see that they made it up and back down. And they had an okay time doing so. Oh.
All right. Well,
I don't know. How was it inspiring to you, Brad?
I mean, I think that every time they launch people into space or further into space, you know, or especially, you know, like NASA's been doing it for a while, allegedly. You know, so I just think the closer they get to making it normal, just like you see airplanes take off. And back in the day, that was such an unusual thing. It was so crazy to see an airplane. People would just run to the airport to watch the airplane take off. And now you just see them all day. It's people show up in their sweatpants and get on the airplanes. You know, it's just, and I feel like space flight at some point will probably be very, very similar, where we just going for an afternoon space tour. You know what I mean? I mean, for God's sake, they got into lower orbit in under 11 minutes. It's pretty dope.
I thought it was a little extra, though. I did see that they had Skims. They chose Skims for their outfits, and they were custom made.
Well, that was one of the things.
Extra.
They said that they were going in glam, so.
Yeah. They did look pretty glam. The spacesuits have come a long way.
Yeah.
They're more like yoga pants now.
Right. Jogging suits.
Yeah.
Here are some criticism. Now, speaking of all that, and this is why some people are not impressed. Of course, some people think that it's a billionaire flex, funded, of course, by Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin. It's seen by many as indulgent. A quote, but by this woman whom I don't know. Do you know who this person is? Hang on, I don't know where I put it, Jordyn. Well, that's Gayle. We know her. She loved it. But this woman here, Emily Ratajkowski. Ratajkowski. I don't know. She's an actress and a model, and she called this this mission. She said that's end time shit beyond parody. Clearly not impressed. You know, what are you gonna do? There's a spectacle over substance. 11-minute suborbital flight. Some felt it was more of a photo op than a scientific mission. Olivia Munn, do you know who she is? Olivia Munn?
That name sounds familiar.
She asked, she's an actress, she asked, what are they going to do up there that's made it better for us down here? And that's her question. She wants to know why. Do you have an answer for her, Jordyn?
No.
Neither do I.
Excellent.
And then this woman again, she calls on, or she mentions environmental hypocrisy. She says, you say this is about Mother Earth while using resources from a company that's destroying the planet. You know, I don't know all the science behind it. You know, I don't know what's going on. I do know that it's pretty carbon neutral, at least in what it expels. But I've heard that it's you know, there's some issues going, you know, with the ozone layer and you know, the particles. Yeah, so I don't know. I think that maybe she doesn't know all the science either, but I don't know. Ann Cobb said, so Shatner was the only one that remembered the Apollo missions. Yeah, that would be about right. Maybe Gayle King. She's you know, she would have been a kid back then, but I don't know. I wasn't around for the Apollo missions. I saw Apollo 13. I saw the film
In theaters?
Yeah. No, not in theaters. That came out, 1993, and Jordyn was still shitting her pants?
I was potty trained by then, like a good dog.
There was no shortage of online shade and mockery. Wendy's, good old Wendy's, they trolled Katy Perry with this tweet on X. They said, can we send her back? Responding to somebody's post about it.
Go make a hamburger, Wendy.
Kesha seemingly co-signed the shade by posting a photo sipping a Wendy's drink. A little context to that is that she's a little upset with Katy's reunion with Dr. Luke on her latest album. It's been seen as a betrayal by Kesha supporters. Dr. Luke and Kesha, if you don't know, had a very, very long, drawn out civil case involving, you know, rape and things like that, all kinds of abuse.
You can't say that word.
Oh yeah, probably get banned. But yeah, so she's not real happy with Katy Perry as it is. And so I guess my question to you, Jordyn, and to you guys out there, where's the line between feel-good headline and a PR stunt? Does the backlash feel justified, or is it overblown? Because I don't know, and I guess I'll take point on this one, Jordyn. I think that it's a little of both. I think it's a massive PR stunt to put all of these people together on the same rocket ship. I think it's a PR stunt to make it all women aboard the ship. But it is also a feel-good headline. To me, I think it was really cool. You know, before all the hype, before anything, when I saw the breaking news that Katy Perry was on the team, I thought that was pretty cool. She's done a lot, you know, and she might not be everybody's bag, but she has done a lot. You know, she's been a musician, obviously, forever. And, you know, she's had a residency in Vegas. She did American Idol. You know, she's a mom and a wife. she's done a lot, and I think that this is another really good notch in her belt. And I think people giving her a hard time over it it's kind of lame because, don't be jealous. Let her go to space. Let her sing "What a Wonderful World." Let her take a little daisy with her. I think it's cool. Was it a little cheesy that as soon as she got back to the planet, she fell down and kissed the ground? Yeah, maybe so.
She's a very dramatic person.
But Gail did it too, and hey, I don't know about you, but I have never been, sitting on top of a rocket that shoots you into space. I have seen some rockets blow up. So, after I pissed my pants, I would probably kiss the ground too, I think. Well, that's just me. And with that being said, I would definitely take an opportunity to go up. Faux show. What about you, Jordyn? Do you think the backlash is justified, overblown? Think it's just a PR stunt?
I completely agree with you, Brad. You took all the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but I have to go now for a moment.
Oh.
Sorry, it's an emergency. Bye.
Okay, bye. That means Jordyn's got to pee. Or she's getting me some ice cream. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'll give you my final thoughts on the whole thing. Anne chiming in over on YouTube said she was 7 when she watched the moon landing. And I'm not going to do the math, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I've seen videotapes of the moon landing. It's all very cool. And I think I enjoy that the space race is still very much in the conversation. It was not for a long time because we had other stuff going on. And I'm super stoked that the private sector is involved more so now, building rockets, working in tandem with NASA and those scientists, getting things together. I know there's a lot of politics around it. I know there's a lot of money that people think could be used for better things. All of this stuff, very, very much relevant and reasonable concerns. But, and it's a big but, I think what they're doing is very important. I think that space tourism, as it is right now, is incredibly, it's out of reach for most people. But they gotta get it going somehow. Hey, whoa!
Surprise!
It's Derek.
Surprise! Surprise!
I don't even know where the button is. There he is.
Derek!
We're almost wearing exactly the same outfit too.
I told him that.
Oh, well, welcome to the show, Derek.
He got the memo.
And that's really great because now I don't have to wear the outfit. He's getting set up there, and I'm just gonna wrap up what I had to say, and maybe I'll turn it over to Jordyn for a minute. But yes, I think that these are the steps for regular space flight, for regular trips, if not to the International Space Station, to perhaps a larger, space hotel. It all sounds so ridiculous to say out loud, but like this is the thing, this is what it's working towards is space tourism, not for an 11-minute ride, but for an extended stay, for a pleasure cruise, eventually, colonization of the moon, and then a jumping off point from there to Mars. It's all what they're all working towards. So if you want to chastise Bezos for sending people up for 11 minutes, but then not, give NASA shit for sending people in a slingshot around the moon, it's all working towards the same goal. So just keep that in mind. It's funny. I don't think anybody in our chat particularly is against space travel or this kind of thing. So that's awesome. But for those of you that might be against it, I want to hear why. I just want to, in a way that is that's not seething with anger or whatever. What do you think, Jordyn?
Think about what? Just the space in general?
Yeah, just like space tourism and the impact one way or another.
I mean, I guess it's cool, but my big question is just why? Like, why do we need to explore space? Do
Oh.
we think there's things out there that we can get to and like that we're going to utilize?
Well,
I don't understand.
I get that.
You know, it's like, what really? I don't know. Just like, what are we looking for?
Well, I mean, it's human nature to
Want to explore
to
more?
want to explore, and
And none for you, Derek.
That's all right.
I gotta find it.
Yeah. Hey, there we are. I think it goes back to the desire of the human race to answer questions.
Sure.
Are there answers to the questions of where did we come from? Where are we going? Are there other beings out there? Is there molecules on the moon? Is there water on Mars? I think there are questions that can be answered if we do enough research, and they're looking into that. And I think that's where the space race started, was to answer questions like, what if?
Yeah, and what's
What is
out
it?
there?
Yeah.
But now it's just turned into a carnival ride.
It's just the tip of the iceberg. They have
Okay, well, if it costs $52 million to just go up and down to explore all that, how much would you have to pay?
It's not about the passengers on the rockets. They're just paying for the ride. They're investing. They're helping out the cause.
How much does it really cost, though, to send a rocket up there?
Girl, you don't want to know. You really don't
Like
want
the
to know.
actual raw cost if no one's making a profit.
You
'Cause
don't wanna
someone's
know.
probably making a profit.
You should probably Google it, because that's I don't.
I'm gonna Google it.
I don't know if anybody's making a profit on sending these rockets up, but they have to go up because they have to keep improving the vehicles, and the only way to do that is to do it. So I don't know. That's where I stand on it. I do have a question for you guys. Say somebody just gave you like a Willy Wonka golden ticket and was like, "You're on the next Blue Origin flight. 11 minutes. 11 minutes to heaven and back. Would you take it?"
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why
Yeah.
not?
Without question.
Yeah, Jordan, you too?
Yeah, sure.
I would.
But why, Jordan?
Because others have done it. It's fine.
But why would you go?
Why not? It's a free ride, baby.
You just answered your own question
I'd also
from
go
before.
I'd also go on a Disney ride for free. I'd also go to the movies for free. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for free.
I don't know. I mean, I think you should. I think it would take a couple extra thoughts about strapping yourself to.
To
I mean, it would definitely
huge
take
rocket,
a
but-
few fifths of vodka to get me to go, probably.
Yeah, you
but
probably don't want to do that.
no.
maybe not a few, but a few. Definitely a drink for sure.
Oh man.
Couple 1,000 pounds of jet fuel that we're going to ignite beneath your butt, and you're I'll do it for free.
Yeah,
And to
right up
Jordan's
there.
point, I think.
but it's not like anything I need to go out of that I would go out of my way to do.
Oh,
Nothing
you
I
would be
feel
going
I
way
need-
out of your way.
Yeah, nothing that I feel like I need to do, but
Hey, on your way to space, can you stop and get me some Cracker Jacks?
get you some astronaut food.
Oh, jeez. To Jordan's point, I guess, can something be both meaningful and tone deaf at the same time? Because I think that's kind of where you're at. Or you see the benefit, but you're also like, this seems insane to just do all this blasting.
Yeah. Got to have the balance, baby.
Yeah. Well, you guys let us know out there. And Jordan, I guess this question is for you. Do you think that this is the future of exploration or just ego-driven escapism?
Again, both.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, Jordan, always the voice of reason.
Yeah.
Why not both?
Profound.
And so, final verdict.
Ask Derek.
Derek,
Brad.
do you think this is the future of space exploration or just ego-driven escapism?
I think a majority of it is the next step in space travel. Do I think that there is some egotism to it? Of course. But I think that this is what people have been looking for. It's what people want. It's what if you look back at the race to space back in years ago when before we were alive,
Not Anne saw the moon landing.
there was a reason. There was. I mean, we have gotten so much technology out of what we found and what has been done through the rockets. This is the next step in our technology, not even just space exploration. But I think it's a great idea. I think it's, I mean, if people want to spend money on it, let them spend money on it, and let's get some answers while we're at it.
I agree with you 100%. And let's harken back to the, obviously there's conspiracy theories.
I was going to say, which leads me to my next question.
It's not a question. It's not.
It is a question.
It's a conspiracy theory.
It is a question.
That, that the moon landing even happened, if all of the space stuff is just,
Did we go to the moon? And if so, why haven't we been back?
So let me at least just explore that for a second, because that was right to my point.
Let's explore it, Brad.
There was such a space race. There was such a reason to get there before anybody else during that time, because frankly, we were on the cusp of a Cold War. Like there were superpowers that were dabbling in really horrific firepower, and we needed to show off our technology. Now, you could believe that we made it up in Hollywood, or you can believe what's likely the truth is that we were incredibly reckless, and they were crunching numbers in people's heads and on calculators, and we were sending people up to certain doom, and by luck and chance and perseverance, these people accomplished their mission.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it a few times, and then at some point when everything calmed down, like everything, there was a board of people that were like, this is insane. The Apollo missions were absolutely mental case. We cannot send human beings with Cracker Jack boxes up into space. It's outrageous. We need to go back to the drawing board, and then the space shuttle missions.
Well, yes, Brad, but now we have the Ozempic.
Jordyn, what are you talking about?
No food needed.
Are you insane? Jordyn has...
What the hell?
Stop reading your text messages and looking at TikToks and pay attention. Oh my God.
To go to space.
It's not about eating.
You just said you can't have the Cracker Jack boxes.
Oh God.
In a Cracker Jack box.
Oh.
Jordyn.
We've jumped the shark here.
Oh dear. Sorry.
Not
Carry on.
eating Cracker Jacks.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Fix it in post.
You're insane. Thank you for being here, Derek.
Yes, sir.
Got some
Sanity.
Jordyn's got some jet lag driving all the way from Melbourne today.
All over.
And so they took it back to the drawing board.
Mm-hmm.
They created the the space shuttle, and that went. They served their mission by building the ISS and servicing it for umpteen years, and then when that was done, they stopped the program.
Yeah.
They didn't go back to the moon because they went. There's not a lot going on at the moon. There's, if they're not ready to build stuff there, that was a lot of resources. It was incredibly dangerous in the craft that they had at the time. And
especially when it's more stable to go and do research from the International Space Station rather than going even further to the moon and it being difficult to do the same research that you can do on the space station. I mean,
right.
what research are you going to do on the moon that you can't do from the space station? That's
100%.
number one. Number two, because Jordyn, you asked the question, is it true? And if so, why haven't we been back? Why do we need to go back?
Why do we not?
Why do we?
Right.
We've already been there. We've placed the flag. Nobody else has been there.
Yeah, why not? We keep blasting people off for 11 minutes and back down.
But it's not needed. We can do the same thing, save a little money, save a little time, and get the same research done on the International Space Station. And it's something where everybody's working together.
And I think it's just a massive...
But people don't want to say they've been to the moon?
I think it's a massive
Explore it?
thing about safety.
Yeah.
I think safety is the biggest the preservation of human life.
But we want to go more further, other places,
but
maybe
the reason
not safe.
that they're talking about, and we're gonna have to move on. But the reason that they want to go to the moon now is because it needs to become a jumping off point to go to Mars.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just go as it is right now. We can't just blast off Earth and fly to Mars. There has to be some sort of stopping point in between to refuel, to regroup, do your thing, and then head on to the next point. We just don't have that technology to be able to fly all the way to Mars right now, straight through, nonstop trip. It's like flying Turkish Airways, man. You got to stop in Istanbul. You know what I mean? Jordyn doesn't care about nothing.
She doesn't give a.
All right,
well,
you guys.
they better talk to the aliens. Have them hook a brother up.
Just a couple of things in the chats here. Philip said, "Do you remember Tang?" Yes, I do remember Tang. My grandparents used to buy it from Sam's Club, the powder.
Yes.
Like every week, and we drank Tang all the time, and that was, that's space food, man, or space drink. Yeah, I do remember that. Astro ice cream, used to get that from the Science Museum, and was talking about the freeze dried ice cream.
Oh my goodness, freeze dried stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
I love freeze dried candy, freeze dried ice cream. Freeze dry it, give it to me. The flavor is so much better.
Yeah, I love it. Let's see. Powder. Jordan's asking, what about Tang?
Yeah.
You don't know about Tang?
Oh, I do, but I just didn't really know why.
Oh, because
Mentioned it.
that's what they drank.
I just remember the orangutan.
That's what they drank on the spaceships.
The orangutan, Jordyn.
Yeah, for the commercials.
Orangutan.
Tang, the orangutan.
You're on some other shit. Jordyn took my whole drink and poured it in her own drink.
I did.
Over there.
And then I'm ready to go to sleep.
Oh, my God. Now we're going to lose Jordyn at this point. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for your insight out there. Still feel free to drop your space facts and opinions in the chats throughout the night. We'll still read them and do that. We're going to take a quick break and head into the second half of our show with Captain Cocktails Bargetory.
Whoa.
Yeah, he
Brad,
made it.
It's a delicious drink of the week. I'm not going to lie.
What is it?
It's the Tom. This is the Major Tom Collins.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
It's really good. It's a gin drink.
I don't know if you'll like it, but it's refreshing. It kind of tastes like lemonade.
It's very light.
That is delicious.
He loves it.
Yeah, I would drink that all the time.
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Lemon, water, sugar, a little bit of gin.
All your favorite things.
All right. After that, we've got round to name that tune to play with you guys out there. So don't touch that dial. This is Jams and Cocktails in Outer Space. Woo!
Jams and Cocktails will return in a moment. But first, a shout out to our April Keg sponsor, Jaybird. Thanks for keeping the beer flowing. Would you like to become a JNC Keg sponsor? Reach out and ask how. And now, back to the jams and the cocktails. We're here in the legendary JNC Lounge. Please welcome to the stage the amazing musical stylings of Brock N McLoughlin.
What's up, jammers? Coming at you live from the Square Grouper. This is a JNC exclusive with Brock N McLoughlin.
The Rockin' Block in Rockin' Block and McLoughlin. Can you say that 10 times fast?
You try it and then listen to this.
Brock N McLoughlin.
started to turn to vocal. I can't feel my heartbeat anymore. It's amazing that after all this time, I still have not never. Fingertips wrap around her glass and bring it to her lips. It's just a little observation. I wish she would see one time about your place of mine. That would be mine. This one-sided attraction is so cold. Can't be my heartbeat anymore. That after all this time, your eyes still have not been mine. This one-sided attraction is so cold. I can't feel my heartbeat anymore. It's amazing that after all this time, your eyes still have not been mine. Thank you so much. All right. Brock N McLoughlin. And we're back here in the legendary JNC Lounge. We're going to send things over to Bargetory, where Captain Cocktail is ready to take us on a drink-making adventure. So let's head over there and see what he's got on the docket.
Hey guys, welcome back to Jams and Cocktails, and welcome to Bargetory. Tonight we're going to be making a cocktail that is simply known as the milkshake. So we're going to start with liquor 43. We're going to do 2 parts liquor 43. I'm going to make 3, so there's actually going to be, I spilled a little bit. I would clean up my mess, that's okay. I'm making 3 of these, so there will be 3 shots of the liquor 43. Make sure you drink responsibly, folks. Some heavy whipping cream. Can't be a milkshake without a little bit of milkshake. So 1 part of the heavy whipping cream. I'm going to give this a little shake.
Yeah, you don't want to shake it with the other bit in there.
You don't want to shake it with the last bit. So we're going to add this to our iced glasses.
No splooge.
Good. That's a good word, Jordyn. 25-cent word there.
Thank you. Is that redemption?
We're going to add our Coca-Cola, which you wouldn't think make this work, but you're going to top it off with your Coca-Cola. Be careful because it does foam up a little bit. Top it off here.
Overall, this looks like a very sweet treat.
It is a milkshake, Brett. Going to be very sweet. Give it a little stir.
Are you sure this works?
I'm not sure.
Are you going to poison us?
Yes, I am. It's going to be delightful, though.
It looks like when you let your root beer float melt.
I was going to say, it looks like a root beer float, but it tastes like a milkshake. All right, guys. Let's
Bon appetit.
come on over.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
This is our milkshake.
Milkshake.
Bringing all the boys to the
Don't make
yard.
it a milk drop, though.
No.
Hopefully that's not a milk dud.
Since 1983. Bringing all the boys to the yard.
It shouldn't work, but it does. That's great.
It tastes like a root beer float. Or a vanilla bean.
Mm-hmm. A vanilla bean milkshake.
That's wild.
That's crazy. You can't even taste the Coca-Cola.
What I think the Coke does well is gives it a little bubbly, like a little carbonation, which kind of, does kind of give it that root beer float kind of
That's wild.
vibe.
That's dangerous.
Drink responsibly. Try it. It's fantastic. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Brad's is almost gone.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
Brad.
that's crazy good.
He hated it, clearly.
Captain Shot Tails.
Woo!
But
I tell you what, though, guys, if you have a mustache,
if you have a mustache,
handy.
you'll flavor that, you'll savor that flavor for quite some while.
You'll flavor that stash.
Oh my God! All right,
All right. Let's what is it? We're gonna do some Name That Tune next.
Yes, sir.
Jordan's gonna get shot to all get out.
All right, you guys. It's time to get your head beyond the clouds for this edition of JNC's Name That Tune. Let's play. All right. How about that? Look, Derek's right where he needs to be.
Always.
Perfection. That's right. All right. We invite all of our live viewers to play along with us in the chats and comments. We're looking for the name of the song and the artist or band performing it. Tonight's category is Out of This World.
No.
I'm going to see if my first guess is correct.
Sure is. Are we ready to play? Don't look at the answers over here, Jordan.
Well, you have it on font 1000. Is this the correct answer?
Well, I'll bring the font down so that you can't read it.
What does it say? I'll tell you.
It's not the right answer.
That's not the right answer. Not the first one.
Oh, all right.
Maybe the end.
Here we are, you guys. First clue, name that tune. Let's play.
Ground control's a major tom.
I love this song.
I forgot. Oh, no, here is my beer. Oh, man. That's like having a genie. I thought I left my beer out there, and then it appeared right here. That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
What smells of tequila?
What?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think I'm having a
I
stroke.
was going to say, I think you might be having a stroke.
It's like the tequila with the salt and the lime.
Ground control's a major tom.
I don't think there's anything with tequila.
It's my marker.
Oh, my God.
That's weird. Smell it.
Your marker smells like
Like a tequila shot.
I was conned into this in third grade.
What?
Get close.
No, that smells like a dirty shoe.
Oh, well, yeah, like a
Oh,
tequila
no,
shot.
wait. Now that it's getting in through my body and I can...
Like
and
the salt,
Yeah, it's all
lime,
kind of there.
Tequila, yeah.
That's
Weird.
wild. You're stupid.
Anyway. Well, at least I pinpointed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a good idea that I was here tonight.
Thank you,
And
Derek.
There's
Oh, my God.
Saving us.
You guys are
Little domestic
nailing it out there
issues.
In
It might happen
TV
tonight.
land. What do you guys got here in the lounge?
Space Odyssey. David Bowie.
Space.
Aren't you impressed I knew that? Oh. Space Cowboy?
It's Space Oddity
Oddity.
by David Bowie, in case you were wondering.
Damn it.
Dang it.
We both butchered that, Derek.
Can you hear me, Major Tom?
I just spelt it wrong. I got it right. I just spelt it wrong.
Right.
Oh.
All right.
Same.
Next clue here. Name that tune.
She packed my bags last night, free flight.
This is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, let's see you butcher this one.
It's one of my favorite songs. I just don't know what it's called.
Are you mocking me?
She packed my bags last night, free flight.
Ooh, the marker is strong. Does yours smell like tequila, Derek?
My God, Jordan's getting everybody to sniff their markers.
Oh, he loves it. No?
No. Smells like a marker.
All right, let's see what you guys got.
He's a rockin' man.
Rocket Man, Elton John. Sir Elton John. Yes, very nice. It is Rocket Man.
Sir Elton of the John.
Oh, man, that drink's delicious.
Yeah, it really is.
A new favorite.
All right, next clue here. Name that tune.
It's a lot better than the one I was going to do.
Jupiter and Mars. In other
I'll play it again for you.
on Jupiter and Mars. In other
Everybody's thinking feverishly here.
Yeah, I know who it's by.
Do you?
I just don't know if this is the name.
Oh.
Did you not get it right, Jordan? Let's see.
I didn't get the title right.
Derek's almost done there. All right, let's see what you guys got.
Is it Fly Me to the Moon or Fly Me to the Moon and Back?
The planets align. Sure. It is Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon. Nice job,
Good job, Derek.
And all you out there, you guys nailed it.
fly me to the moon. Let me play up there with
That's a live version.
I could tell by the clapping.
Okay. Next clue. It gets easier from here.
I wonder if the next one's EP.
Did you sail across the sun? Did you make it?
Here's that clue once again because I know you need it.
Tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it?
I'm having the worst brain fart on the name of the song.
The milkshake will do that to you.
Yeah.
We call that pulling a Jordan.
No, is that what we call it? Oh, I forgot.
Perfect a Jordan moment.
I was pulling a Jordan. All right. What do you got?
Oh, it's okay. I pulled a Jordan
The
too.
Drops of Jupiter?
It is.
Jordan.
I pulled a Jordan too, and I forgot some of the beginning.
Drops of Jupiter by Train.
The drops of Jupiter in her head.
So this is going to be a controversial statement. I'm not a fan of Train at all.
He's a little whiny.
Trash. You're all trash. Last clue. I'm just kidding. I could. They have a couple bangers that I like, but I don't know. That song I'm not a big fan of.
But you could also skip them on a playlist.
Yeah. I got some.
Maybe.
I mean, Drops of Jupiter is probably my favorite song by them. but if I had an opportunity to go see him, I'd probably pass it up.
Yeah,
If it was
I like
free.
one. Cab is a really good song. I like Meet Virginia is really cool. I don't know. I got some bangers.
That's really it.
You know who else has some bangers? Our friends, the Killbillies.
Oh, geez. Loves them. The Cowboys.
wait.
Oh God, I'm reading Ann's. So I'm trying to put it into context here. So Jaybird at one point said that I think Ann's having a stroke.
Yeah.
And she responded by saying, "No, Jay, I'm just stoned because Brad was interesting and I didn't mean to finish the 25 milligram sucker."
Oh, I love you, Ann.
You guys are.
That's yes.
All right. Last clue here in this game because then we're gonna run up, I think, on beer 30 here. Here we go.
All right.
Well, Jordan spent quite a bit of time talking about Cracker Jacks. So
That was one time at band camp.
here's that clue again.
I can't answer. I just saw the answer. Jaybird, you, great job.
Okay, so nobody's answering.
I got it wrong.
What were you trying to say, Jordan?
Look, it's
I
a
knew it was
white hole
something with
instead of a black hole.
I knew it was something with rising and sun, but
Yeah.
House of the Rising Sun, really?
It's Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
Nice. You guys did great out there. Thank you.
not in here. Dang it.
Well, I would say that we would get into the Jordy Files, but I really think that we should make a mention of anything else in the next couple of minutes here. I do have something to say.
Of course you do.
Yeah. So earlier this week there was a. That's for you. Earlier this week there was a meeting, a commissioner meeting in Stewart. That allegedly was about the sound ordinance in the city of Stewart, and it was directed mainly at Terra Firmata, one of our local music venues there in Stewart. And so a lot of people came out. It was kind of spread all over social media, everybody to come out and support Terra Firmata. And turns out that it was really not that serious. The commissioners just put it on the docket because somebody had complained, and one of the commissioners or a couple of the commissioners had motioned and seconded. And so it was really just a discussion, and that was it. So they weren't making any changes. They weren't changing the rules. Here, the guy that sent the letter and complained showed up. Turns out he's a local musician, a jazz pianist, who has actually played at Terra Firmata, complaining about Terra Firmata and the live music that comes out of there. So I just thought that was fascinating. And,
yeah.
And his name is Robert Steinberg, but you didn't hear that from me. Yeah, really a class act, just dogging live music in the area that he played music in. Thank you to Mr. Steinberg for being a douche, and congratulations to Tara for living to play another day.
Well, not only that, but congratulations to Terra Firmata, and I'm going to say thank you to Mr. Steinberg for bringing something up that may have been brought to light, and we might change it in the opposite direction.
No, you never know.
Now that enough people showed up in support for Terra Firmata.
It's stranger things have happened.
Yes.
So I think that's a win in just how vicious he was towards Eric Wickstrom, particularly.
That's
so
terrible.
Clearly like something there, but here's Beer 30.
Wake up, it's Beer 30.
That was good.
Beautiful.
Beer 30, my favorite time of day. I've been watching the clock and the time keeps ticking away. I'm taking care of business, I'm a hard-working man, you see. Until beer 30 comes to take care of me.
Yes, Mr. to Kevin McLaughlin's Beer 30 tune there. He's currently recording and working on a new record. So cheers to Kevin. Cheers to all of you out there.
Cheers to Kevin.
Cheers to you guys.
Solange. Jordan.
Beer 30.
You ready for the Jordy Files?
No.
Yeah, well.
Do you want to do them today?
I'm not allowed.
Well, somebody got to do them. Here we go. And here's your host, Jordan.
It's Jordy.
Jordan.
Oh, hello. Thank you for that introduction, Robot Brad. Welcome to the Jordy Files. Tonight, we are going to be talking about icons, comebacks, and a reunion 40 years in the making. Brad's whole life. One superstar gets real about a recent health scare, while another gets ready to take the stage at a major global event. Plus, a beloved 80s cast brings the nostalgia in a way fans have never seen before. But first, here are the celebrity birthdays. Crazy, I didn't realize it was so close to her passing, but today is Selena's birthday. She would have been 54, if you can believe.
Wow.
Which is wild. Especially seeing as how she passed away at the age of 23.
Ugh.
Crazy. And then Sadie Sink turns 23 today. Best known as Max in Stranger Things. And then it's a bad time for you, Brad.
No, just carry on.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're sweating to death. And then Anya Taylor-Joy turns 20.
Pit stands if I don't get the air back on.
Oh, no, heavens. She is turning 29 today. She's from the Queen's Gambit. Chance the Rapper hits 32 today. He's obviously a rapper of sorts.
You don't say.
I'm assuming. Martin Lawrence is turning the big 6-0.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the show Martin? No, you don't.
No, I remember Lawrence. Ooh, sorry. That's a whistle.
You child.
Oh my God, Brad, can I help you?
I'm just trying to get the air back
Let me do it closer. I think the remote's broken, dog.
Closer. Yeah, it must be.
That's sad.
Maybe it stopped working after you tumbled it out the window that one time.
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny if it destroyed the remote and not the actual air conditioner? That's kind of funny. Ironic.
Well, that's real cold. I don't know if it needs to be that cold. It's like 73.
Derek's favorite temperature.
Oh, brilliant. Excellent news.
Anyway, Martin Lawrence is turning 60 today. He's from Bad Boys or Martin. Akon.
Was he on In Living Color? Do you remember?
I don't think he was.
I think he just made appearances.
Akon is turning 52 today.
Ooh, do you ever notice that he has a little, no, not one eye, it's just a little
lazy there.
I don't know if that's a lazy eye. I think that's the whole socket. I think the whole thing just fell.
Wow.
I love Akon, but
I do too. He is a bop. Honestly, I wish he made more music. What happened to him? Why did he have to leave us?
No, he just dropped a new tune.
He did?
Yeah, it's out.
I have to listen. I love Akon. He is the voice of my early 2000s.
I'll play it for you later.
Okay. Beautiful. If you don't know Akon, go listen. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is turning 78 today. Ooh, that's an intense photo choice.
That's just his face.
That is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's how he looks all the time.
I don't like the side eye.
If that's not an old photograph,
It's
it's true that black don't crack.
Well,
if he's 80 and he doesn't have a wrinkle on his head,
he's 78, first of all.
that's close enough, baby.
And he is an NBA star legend, if you didn't know. So, Bill Belichick is 73 today. He is the head coach for the Patriots. Was. And then John Cryer is 60 today also. Oh, birthday twins with Martin Lawrence. He was Alan Harper on 2.5 Men. Claire Foy turns 41 today. She played Queen Elizabeth II in The Crown. Gina Carano is 43 today.
Carano.
Sure. From MMA
and The Mandalorian.
Oh, she's the one that was canceled. We don't talk about her.
And she was also in one of the Deadpool movies. And yeah.
Oh, Derek doesn't like her at all.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. She was on American Gladiators too. That when they rebooted American Gladiators, she was one of them.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, Billy West is 73 today. The voice behind Futurama's Fry and Ren and Stimpy's Stimpy.
Cool. I didn't know he was Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, I think he's Stimpy.
He's Stimpy.
Stimpy.
Yeah.
Not Stumpy, but Stimpy.
It sounds weird to just say Stimpy by itself.
Jordyn.
All right, Jordan, we got 40 minutes left of the show. Let's do this.
We got a boot scoop boogie. Okay, well, I can cut it off.
Nobody wants to hear that.
All right, here we go, folks.
All right, Lorena.
Speed round. Hey, everyone. Big names are lighting up this year's Time 100 list. That is right. Ed Sheeran, Hozier, and rising star Miles Smythe, or maybe Smith, no, I'm just kidding, have all been named among the world's most influential people. They'll be honored at a star-studded gala, of course they will, in New York City later this month. Ed and Miles are even set to perform, with tributes from Chris Hemsworth and Noah Khan. Yes. And Snoop Dogg hosting, of course. It's shaping up to be a night to remember. Catch Time 100, the world's most influential people. May the 4th be with you. That's the date it's on, May 4th, on ABC.
Nice. Man, you should read every article with this intensity.
Thank you. I'm gonna try.
That vigor.
Yeah. Filled with
Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Lil Nas X is on the mend, folks, after revealing a scary health moment on Instagram, of course. Partial facial paralysis. It's going around, isn't it?
Oh, my God.
From a hospital bed, he showed fans his half smile and kept the mood light, joking, "I can't even laugh right. But don't worry, y'all," he says. He's okay. And even told fans to shake your A star for me instead. That's ass. By Tuesday, he was up, dressed, and sharing an update with his signature humor, saying, "Right eye is stubborn, ... Smile getting a little better." Wishing him a smooth and speedy recovery.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Poor Lil Nas.
X.
Yeah, didn't Justin Bieber go through like Huntington's with that, where his face was all like half paralyzed?
That's why I said it's going around.
Going around, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
And for you older folks, no, I'm just kidding.
This is even older than us.
That's
what
true.
a bitch.
I know, right? I actually loved this movie, so maybe it's for me as well. It was a blast from the past as the Breakfast Club cast reunited for the first time in 40 years. The iconic crew hit the stage at Chicago Comic-Con, with Emilio Estevez joining the group for the very first time. Oh, look at them all. Molly Ringwald got emotional, saying it was surreal to all be together again. no cardboard cutouts this time. Aw. The cast paid tribute to the late director John Hughes and shared some fun behind-the-scenes stories. Oh, I bet those were good, including Estevez passing out during their first script read. Ringwald also opened up about watching the film with her kids, calling it a full circle parenting moment. Total 80s nostalgia.
Nice.
And last but certainly not least, the Kevin is, after years of putting family first, independent artist Kevin McLoughlin is ready to turn the volume back up. He's headed across the little pond this summer. Kevin's launching his very first international tour in the UK, chasing a dream that's been waiting in the wings. But touring isn't easy when you're doing it solo. Kevin's inviting fans to be a part of the journey by helping cover key costs like travel, gear, and venue space. And probably alcohol too. Let's be real. I'm sure he's gonna need some drinking
find all
funds.
that Jack Daniels over there.
What are you saying there, Jordyn?
Yeah, right. And all
Damn.
the English breakfasts and the fish and chips, etc. Food probably too will be in there. Anyway, and for those who pitch in $100 or more, a limited edition merch pack is coming your way. You can stream his live album now and get all the tour details at kevinmcloughlinband.com. I would spell it, but I guess it's up there on the screen. And that little guitar in the background there. kevinmcloughlinband.com. Let's show him some love and help bring his dream to life.
Yeah.
Thank you all. That is all I have for this week. Please join me next week for the Jordy Files, and I will do my best to enlighten you all.
Nice job, Jordyn. That was good, man.
Thanks. I know I didn't even really butcher that much. Only one name.
I gotta put the pressure on you. Be like, you got like 5 minutes to get through this whole jam.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Nice.
Thank you. Thanks for the compliment, Brad. Just when I thought you were starting to hate me.
No, love you to death.
Oh,
Love you all the way to death. Speaking of that, here's your midweek motivation.
Oh, what a nice segue.
Before I begin, I just want to let you guys know that I have this really nice midweek motivation overlay that I put on with, my bullet points. And for some reason, it got corrupted in the editor today, and I lost it.
Oh.
I lost the overlay, and I lost my mind. I was so angry. And then I was like, you know what? You know what's going to solve this? I'm going to vacuum and mop the house. And I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say drugs.
Yeah. I was so fixated on getting this show done that it when that one little kink got thrown in, it blew my mind. So by stopping what I was doing and just going and doing something else, unrelated really, vacuuming and mopping, what I needed to do anyway, it gave me time to reflect, to relax, and refocus. And that's kind of a little bit of what I want to talk to you guys tonight about. In the term of chasing dreams, right? And doing the thing. So I want to make sure that while you're chasing your dreams, you don't crash and burn on the launch pad. And we've all heard the mantras. Reach for the stars, go big or go home, give it 110%. And sure, they sound great on a motivational poster. But here's the cosmic truth. Even rockets need a countdown. Even astronauts need a rest. Yes, ambition is fuel. But if you don't pace your burn, you'll flame out before you hit orbit. Burnout is real. Creative blocks are real. And pushing past your limits without checking your oxygen tank, aka your physical and mental health, can knock you out of the sky. So, if you've been feeling like your boosters Been sputtering a bit lately. Here are a few things that you could do to keep climbing without losing altitude or your attitude. 1, get a pen and write this down. Schedule time to do nothing. That's right. Call it rest, call it recovery, call it vibing in low Earth's orbit, whatever you want. But give yourself permission to not hustle for a little while. The quiet time is where ideas are born and energy resets. Number 2, build buffer days into your goals. Don't plan every moment like it's a launch window. Leave room for bad days, distractions, or just life being life. Flexibility keeps your mission from falling apart when the unexpected hits. Number 3, say no without apologizing. This is one of my New Year's resolutions. Say no without apologizing. You don't have to take every gig, every collab, every opportunity. If your gut says this will drain me, honor that. Saying no protects your yeses. Number 4, do things that have absolutely nothing to do with your dream. Play a game, cook something weird, take a walk, laugh with your friends. These aren't distractions. They're refuels. Your creativity thrives when it's not under pressure 24/7. And finally, number 5, talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. If a friend told you they needed a break, you wouldn't say, push harder. You'd say, dude, rest. You've earned it. So treat yourself with that kind of kindness. Except for me. Don't ask me. Don't ever ask me. I'll just tell you to keep doing it. I'm one of these people that need to take this advice. Because here's the thing. You're still on your way. Slowing down doesn't mean failure. It means you're smart enough to make it the entire way. Your rocket ship isn't just about speed. It's about endurance, direction, and knowing when to coast above the clouds. So yeah, reach for the stars. Just don't forget to float a little on the way there. And that's your midweek motivation. Let that settle in.
That was beautiful, Brad.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's time for our shameless plugs.
I feel motivated. I'm going to the gym after this.
Is that a bar?
Could be a bar.
Or a restaurant.
All right. Does anybody have any shameless plugs to start?
No, I'm good. Nothing to plug. That's appropriate.
My little butt plug. All right.
Speaking of the butt plug.
Jordy.
It's here somewhere.
Any,
I brought it back.
Oh, boy. That's what that is.
Brad, the butt plug's here?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Jordyn just got excited.
Oh, my gosh. Jordyn, any butt plugs?
No, you can give the butt plugs today, Brad.
All right.
That's a nice shirt, Brad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
I plan to.
Nanu.
Nanu.
All right, you guys. Very quickly, shout out to our sponsors and partners at Leak Busters Roofing. We love you guys. Thank you for keeping us dry in here. The Bug Juice and Code Rum. Check out our partner podcasts at Drums and Rums and the Riffs and Rhythms podcast, both of which are featured with us on the B3 Podcast Network, wherever you listen to podcasts. The Al Beltran podcast, 561 Music, who are gearing up for a really cool music festival. The news is saying that it's going to be the next Sunfest. Pretty dope. Nia's My Rum Diaries and Ghost on the Ox.
Whoa.
Yeah, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like, share, and follow us on social media. We love that. This is a sad one. I'm going to try not to get weird about it, but there's an event going on this Saturday, April 19th at 10 a.m. It's Scott Benge's Treasures Grand Giveaway and Sale. It's open to the public at the St. Andrew Lutheran Church Fellowship Hall in Port St. Lucie. Listen, guys, there's loads of items that are going to be given away to friends of Scott's. Other items to be auctioned and sold. Music memorabilia, music gear, guitars, clothes, jewelries. Just a lifetime of possessions to be distributed to the people who love Scott. I know it's bittersweet, and I've heard some rumblings from people who are upset about this. I feel you. But the truth is that Scott loved his stuff and he loved his friends. And he amassed a ton of them, stuff and friends. And now the proceeds of this will go to support his mom, which is what Scott would truly have wanted anyway. At just shy of 1 year anniversary of his passing, come out and help close another chapter of Scott's legacy. And the people who have been caring for this all of this time. So I will see you there Saturday. Yeah, go and get a piece of local legend history and cherish it. It's very important. So I'll see you guys out there. Woo, got through it. All right. Once again, shout out to Jaybird for being our April keg sponsor. Yep. Since we're off in May, we've got our friends at Ocean Republic on deck for June. So if you've got a business or a project or a brewery that you want to promote or just like to make sure we got enough to drink here, reach out to me. Emails are good. DMs are good. You can shoot us a text, 321-345-6658. Personal sponsorship is $100, or if you're a brewery, you just hook us up with a keg, and that works too. There's a bunch of ways to get all that sorted, so hit me up. Also, if you love what we do, just consider supporting us on our Patreon page. That's just $5 a month. You get access to behind-the-scene footage and other fun stuff. The link for more info on that is in the description of this video, and of course on our website at jncpodcast.com. Come see me around town on the Treasure Coast with my one-man band. I'm not doing any shows until like Sunday, so on Easter. So when you guys are done doing your Easter stuff or going to church, come out to Ocean Beer and Barbecue in Jensen Beach, and I'll be jamming out from 2 to 5 on Easter, so it'll be a good time. And that's been my shameless plugs. And that was a major plug for Jaybird that entire time because I forgot it was up there. All right. All right, you guys. And now the time has come. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I hope you enjoyed our show tonight, even though it was out of this world. Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, that's what I was doing, Brad. I was being out of this world.
You were out of this world, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Let's hear it again for my number 1, Ms. Jordyn Taylor.
Space Cadet.
And my number 2, Mr. Derek Zugel.
That means I'm the shit.
I was like,
I'm all about being number 2.
I guess we can go to our...
and Brad's number 3.
We can go to our space station one more time real quick. We're all in the space station. Isn't that cool, Derek?
Yeah, I'm so glad that I'm the meteor. Why am I meteor than you?
Is this the first time seeing this?
No, it was my original reaction as well.
You're a comet.
I'm a comet.
You're a comet.
Original reaction.
I'm a shooting. Don't you know that you are a shooting star?
See?
Don't you know?
Yeah, bad company.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
I'm in bad company.
Join us next week for our 1,000 party.
But yeah,
we're going to do it. Are you
I'm
going to
gonna be here.
You going to be here?
On time.
I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
Oh, actually, I don't think I will be. Will I?
No, you won't be here the next one.
Oh, it's the next one.
Yeah.
You mean the one that we're...
the final one where we're...
Oh, yeah, the season finale.
We're giving the
boy.
axe.
No, I can't do it, man, because I'm going to Vegas. So
No, this was your thing.
Yeah, but I can change the thing.
Okay.
I'll come up with something
Ooh,
better.
maybe for the premiere.
Maybe for the premiere. I might be down to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
I might be down to do that. I can't go to Vegas with a fresh face. It's just...
Yeah, he'll be scary.
Yeah. Yeah, Jordan's got to show me off looking like a snack.
Yeah, he's meeting a lot of people for the first time. They're going to be like...
So you're saying you're going to get some hair dye?
Yeah, for sure. For sure going to do that. That might even happen next week.
Well, that means you'll have to do it again before you go.
But yes, mark it on your calendar. Next Wednesday, it's our 1,000 party. Thank you again to all those who pushed us over the edge there. I think we're sitting right around at 1,080 right now. So we are collecting subscribers at a exponential rate. And I'm going to put together a montage of all the times. I'm going to go through every transcript, and I'm going to put together a montage of every time I mentioned how many subscribers we had and how we were looking from the beginning of time all the way up here. I'm going to go through every transcript.
That seems involved.
Yeah. I'm gonna enlist the help of AI to do that for me. But I'm gonna put together a montage. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna see all the times we were very excited about that 200 subscriber, 300 subscriber.
Hey, Jordan, just think. Go figure. Brad is going to put a montage of himself on the show.
Right.
For the 1,000 subscribers.
And he has so much time, apparently.
I mean...
Hey, but Brad, we're celebrating 1,000, but we're almost at 1,100.
I know.
Let's push to 15, guys. What are we waiting for?
I like Derek's tenacity. If we get to 1,500 by next week, it'll be a 1,500 party. I promise.
If we get to 1,500 next week, you owe me a drink.
I'll buy you two. All right, you guys.
Yes. Come on, guys. Help me out.
Help him out.
So join us. It's going to be an amazing time celebrating this long-awaited milestone. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Live long and prosper. Broadcasting live from the legendary space station. I'm Brad Brock. We love you. Good night.
Oh, I'm amazed. I picked this song, did it like this way. Oh, don't you know? When the song is done, it's time to go.